I thought my sister was into girls and that's why she would always flirt with my girlfriends, but she just said she did it because she lusts for me and was removing the competition. My 19M sister Haley, 20F, is a very open and flirty person. She's never put a label on her attraction, but she has said she's attracted to everyone. Ever since we were in high school, she'd often flirt with girls I was interested in. She'd also flirt with my friends when they'd come over to hang out. Sometimes Haley would even come into my room without knocking just to talk to them. It was very uncomfortable, and some of my friends even stopped coming over to my house because of it. This made me really angry, and I told our parents, 45M and 42F, but they'd always say I was being judgmental and to leave her alone. So she'd always get away with it. A few months after she graduated, she moved out of the house, and I haven't had to deal with her flirting with my friends anymore. 7 months ago, I met my now girlfriend Layla, 18F, and we really hit it off. We've been together a little over 4 months. One thing to note about Layla is that she's really shy, so she never voices any concerns until after the fact. Well, I really wanted her to meet my parents, so we set up a quick dinner at a nice restaurant on Tuesday night. Without even telling me, my parents invited Haley, who was almost 30 minutes late. For the better part of the dinner, she would constantly flirt with my girlfriend. She'd give Layla compliments about her clothing, body, and facial features, and even offer her number multiple times. My parents would just laugh along with her antics, saying it's just how she normally is. But I could clearly see Layla was uncomfortable, so I paid my side of the bill and took her home. When we got to her house, I asked if I could spend the night, and she said yes. And that's where I've been for the past few days. My parents and Haley have been blowing up my phone, calling me all sorts of names, which has me thinking I was in the wrong. I haven't answered any of my sister's messages, but I told my mom where I am. When I asked Layla about it, she said the compliments were nice at first but she got uncomfortable. Am I overreacting for making a big deal out of my sister flirting with my girlfriend? Update 1. Sorry this update took a few days, I'm still reeling from everything that happened. First of all, I want to thank all the people who left comments and judgments. I won't say much, as I'm sure you all want to know what happened. It's a lot. I'm still disgusted and don't really know how to feel about all this. Friday night, I messaged my mom and dad to let them know I wouldn't be conversing with them unless Layla was given an apology. Up to this point, that still hasn't been received, and I don't think it ever will be. I also let them know I'd be stopping by on Saturday to pick up my things from the house. Well, Saturday morning, I went over to the house and brought my girlfriend's dad, who we'll call Carl, to help me. Sitting on the porch was my sister, who immediately told me she wanted to talk. Anyway, we went inside and sat down, which is when she said she had to tell me something without me freaking out. Basically, in a much more toned down version, my sister told me she has had feelings for me since high school, which is when I started going to the gym and slimming out a lot more. She said the main reason she flirted with all my friends is because she wanted to divert her attraction somewhere else. According to her, this is also the reason she moved out so quickly, because she couldn't stand being around me and knowing she couldn't have me. I left. I didn't get any of my stuff, and honestly, I don't know if I'll go back to get it. I blocked my sister on everything as soon as I got back to my girlfriend's house, and my mom keeps messaging me, telling me to apologize for walking out again. I don't know how to feel. I'm absolutely disgusted. I feel like throwing up all the time, and I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get up and go to work tomorrow like everything's normal. I haven't told Layla or her dad yet, and I don't know if I'm going to. I have no idea if my mom or dad knows, but even thinking about it makes my head hurt. This is so much worse than I thought it was. Update 2. Last Tuesday, I messaged my parents, telling them everything my sister had told me. It wasn't until Thursday that I got a reply where they called me all sorts of names. They said I was perverted, a liar, a man-child, etc. However, after messaging back and forth with them for a while, it came out on my mom's side that my sister confirmed my story and wanted me to say it was false because neither of them wanted to believe it. It's safe to say I have no intention of talking to either of them for a long time. I told my girlfriend everything on Tuesday as well. She was a lot more supportive than I initially thought, so that worked out pretty well. On Friday, we told her father, and we started looking for apartments to move in together. As for all my things back at my parents' house, my girlfriend's dad and a few of my friends went to pick up my stuff without me. I gave them a list of all the necessary things. My friends don't know why I moved out, just that it was serious and not to ask. Which leads us to today. I know a few people on my update post commented about this being fake, and as much as I wish it wasn't, this is the hell I'm living in. Over the past week, I've been looking back at my sisters and my relationship and realized a lot of stuff that isn't normal. I'd give examples, but I just want this to be over with. Thanks for the support, and this will probably be the last update. Update 3. For a while, I forgot I made this post until it showed up on my Instagram feed a couple of weeks ago. I figured I owed you all a final close to what happened 8 months ago. To be honest, it's not much. To start, my girlfriend and I are still together, and let me just say she makes every single day worth it, and I can't imagine my life without her. I'm so lucky to wake up every morning and just be able to stare at her and remember that she's mine. She's so incredibly smart that I've seen her outwit our incredibly stubborn cat several times. Also, yeah, we got a cat. A silly little orange furball named Mikey with way too much energy for such a small body. He keeps trying to eat the fish out of the tank, lol. Pretty sure he has 2 functioning brain cells, and that's it. I'm truly living the life. She and I eventually found an apartment for us a couple of towns over. It's close to my girlfriend's college, and I got a pretty decent job here to support the both of us. My girlfriend's dad, who is an absolute saint, helped with the first and last deposit just to help us out, and I can't thank him enough. He's joked a few times about me calling him dad, so I guess that's where we are, lol. As for my parents and sister, I haven't heard anything from my parents except a few voicemails when I first moved from unknown numbers. One of my aunts told me that the truth came out a few months after I moved, and the whole family turned on them. Apparently, they left town, but I'm not entirely sure where they ended up. As for my sister, if you can even call her that, she apparently stuck around town for several months but ended up spiraling into several substances and vanished with a new boyfriend she got. I don't know where she is now, and honestly, I couldn't care less. She isn't my sister anymore and hasn't been for a while now. So that brings my story to a close. I'm sorry if it wasn't as exciting as people were expecting, and I apologize that it took me this long to remember. Thank you to everyone who sent such supportive messages and advice on what I should do.